pH is a measure of the strength of the acid or base character of a substance, the power of hydrogen in a solution. pH is the negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. We can measure pH with litmus paper, and depending on the color we could know if it is an acid or base. If the paper is pink, it is an acid. If the paper is blue, it is a base. And if the paper is purple, it is neutral. The pH scale is written from 0 to 14, with numbers before 7 representing acids and numbers after 7 representing base. An acid is a substance that donates hydrogen ions. A base is a substance that accepts hydrogen ions.
pH is measured in order to check chemical reactions in the production of medicines. This helps to estimate the time of the beginning and the end of the reaction time. There are various pH in the medical area, since every substance has different components, and pH is mainly used to make electrolytes react from a substance, depending on their components, of course. Processes also differ, but it is very common that it is applied during fermentation. When making antibiotics, pH has to be controlled in the fermentation processes to maintain high yield and antibacterial properties. During the fermentation process, pH is tested, and if necessary, acids and bases are added to maintain its desired pH.
The pH in our body is the terrain for a disease to develop. So it could be easier for the disease to develop or harder depending on the pH in our body. So what the medicament does is that they change the pH in our body in order to make a difficult terrain for the disease to develop. So this helps to decrease the effectiveness of the disease, but we have to be very careful with the variation of the pH that we are doing in the medicaments, because if we are not healthy enough, sometimes the body just reduce the pH and everything will be okay. But if the variation of the pH in the medicament is very high or very low, it can make a very acid or basic medicament and can cause death in the people.
The pH accepted in medicine is of 7.35 to 7.45. If the pH is very high or very low, there are different consequences. If the medicine is taken by an oral process, the consequences are going to be stomach heat or gastritis. But if the medicine is taken by an intravenous way, it's going to be more delicate. It can cause even death.
Consequences of changing pH in medicine. The medicine generally have an acid pH. This means lower than 7 in the pH scale. The medicine is dissolved in the intestine, so the medicine with acid is dissolved better, and the body thanks to the intestine. There's also medicine to control acidity. This means that medicine that control acidity have an alkaline pH, more than 7 in the pH scale. Consequences of a normal values of blood pH excess acidity will have the following effects in our body, and therefore also in our health. Decreased ability of our body to absorb essential nutrients, such as minerals. Decreased ability to produce energy in cells. Decreased ability to repair damaged cells. Increased predisposition to cancer. Decreased ability of our body to detoxify heavy metals. And we will be more susceptible to fatigue and disease.